Hello, Melissa here, and I thought I would do the September cross stitch tag since it's going around right now. So the first question is, what is your favorite color of DMC? Mine is um, 900. It is a beautiful, there we go, burnt orange color. Um, I just love the color orange. So, um, the second question is three random facts about me. Well, first fact is I can't say the word orange right. It always comes out as orange. And I get teased quite a bit about that. That's okay. Second random fact. I'm double jointed in my elbows. Let's see if I can. Okay, that's not going to work. Let me see if I can slide over. And it just kind of looks broke. So that's random fact number two. Random fact number three is I will not eat food that touches another food. Like if I have a plate of food and say mashed potatoes, corn, and I don't eat pork, so maybe grilled chicken. If my mashed potatoes touches my corn, there's a section on the plate that I will just leave. Like a line of the food. I don't like my food to touch, and I never have. Even as a little girl, it was very upsetting to me to be told that I had to. It was just like, and even now it's, ooh, no, ain't happening. And I eat one thing at a time. I start with my vegetable, then I eat my potatoes or rice or pasta, and then I eat the meat. Because I try to not eat as much meat or pasta, so I always start with the vegetables. So, um, third question was, do you stitch for Christmas or winter? Sorry, I'm looking down. I've got the questions written out here in my Filofax paper. See if you can see that. Yep. See? Um, no, I don't. I have seen a pattern with the poem "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" with a Santa image that I love because I love that poem. However, I don't celebrate Christmas, so yeah, I kind of don't stitch it. My husband's family does. Um, I just, it ain't one of my religious holidays. I celebrate Yule, so I will occasionally, possibly in the future, maybe stitch something winter themed, but we'll see. It's just not really my cup of tea. The next question is, do you read? And the answer to that is yes, as much as I can. Um, my very favorite author, sorry, that's my timer on my Google account telling me it's time to take my medication with my dinner. Um, I have the favorite author of Laurel K. Hamilton, and I own every one of her books on Kindle because I like taking them with me and rereading them over and over again. I have a lot of books on Kindle because I just ran out of room to put other books, so I streamlined. Some books I've kept, and a lot of the series and fiction and kind of thing I've gone to Kindle on. My spiritual books and such are paperback. Art books are they're paper books. But fiction is usually Kindle. However, I have some books that I am reading in paper format and um, and in Kindle format. And sorry, I like to doodle a lot on anything I can find. Um, on my Kindle, I'm reading Lasher by Anne Rice. I just finished The Witching Hour. I usually have about 8 to 10 books going at one time, but I watch absolutely hardly any other TV. I watch maybe an hour or two a week of TV, and I go weeks without turning it on, so thank heavens for the DVR. It records the show that I like, and then once a month I can sit down and watch 2 hours worth of it. So the paper books I'm reading, sorry, ramble there, this one is by Robert Graves, and it is Greek Gods and Heroes. And right now I'm reading about the birth of Hermes. So just a little religious history information type book. The next one I'm reading is Labyrinth, a novel by Kate Moss or Moss. And this book is a very good book. I have a hard time. I've just started it, but I have a really hard time sitting it down. And you can tell I've kept it open quite a bit. The spine's already broke. Oops. Oh well. I paid $1 for it, but if I like it that well, when I finish it, I'll replace it with a good copy. And the next book is, this is one of my favorite books. A friend of mine turned me on to it several years ago. And I've not really stopped reading it. I basically read it and then start back at the beginning and read it and then start back at the beginning and read it because it's that good of a book to me. It is The Fifth Sacred Thing by Starhawk. And there was a review in here I would really like you to hear if I could find it. It was written at that point by the governor of California, I believe. And but it's basically a story about what we have done to our earth and what it's caused and where it's left the earth and our our history and where it's going to where it will lead us. And it's got some different ideas on what will happen and what we can do to maybe get by or fix it or help the earth heal, I guess is the best way I would say it. Oh, of course, here's the reviews on the back. So I was mistaken. It was the review. This review is Tom Hayden, California State Senator. He says that this is wisdom wrapped in drama. Marion Zimmer Bradley, who wrote The Mists of Avalon, says, slated to be one of the great visionary utopian novels of the century. It is a rare book to which I give such a high recommendation, but I spent the best part of 3 days reading it, and at the end I would have loved it to be longer. I simply fell in love with both characters and the setting. It's a wonderful book. So that is, if I'm going to recommend a book, it's going to be this one. So people check it out and see what you think. If you read it, let me know what you think and send me a message. Have a good day and happy stitching!